hungry woman is catching fish. Not even a finger-sized fry is spared. But after catching the fish, she didn't use it to fill her stomach. Instead, she mashes all the fish into mush. Then she poured it all back into the sea. Then the woman, holding a sharpened wooden stick, stood in the water. Seems to be waiting for something. Soon a shark, attracted by the smell of blood, swam to her side. The woman gathered her courage and thrust the stick heavily into the water, piercing the shark. She was so happy to catch the shark that she roared in the water as if she had won $5 million. Strangely enough, however, the woman did not immediately enjoy the meal. Instead, she hangs the shark, which she has risked her life to catch, on a high rope. She hid in a sand pit and watched from the side. Seems to have a bigger plan, but as she waited, the woman fell asleep without realizing it. When she woke up again, the shark had disappeared from the tree. Only the empty rope was left. She was terrified and looked around carefully. She was afraid that the monster that ate the shark would suddenly attack her. The next day the woman found the shark half dead on the beach. The shark's body was covered with hideous scars, and she stood frozen in fear. But what was even more terrifying was, when the woman returned from the beach, she was surprised to find her companion's body missing. The woman realized that the mysterious monster not only eats fish, but even eats people. The woman's heart was suddenly filled with fear, so she hurriedly sharpened wooden sticks with stones to make spears. Then she carefully searched for a hiding place on the deserted island. The woman found a tree cave at the edge of the forest, but a strange sound kept coming from inside. She slowly approached with fear and bent down to find out what was going on. Suddenly she saw a cute bird. The woman breathed a long sigh of relief, but she soon became nervous again, fearing that the mysterious monster might sneak up on her. At night she hid in the hole she found during the day to rest. Suddenly a strange noise woke the woman up. As she wonders, a horrible hissing sound comes to her ears. The woman was so scared that she could only close her eyes tightly and pray that she would not be discovered. She waited for a long time, but the noise in her ears gradually disappeared. She could not help but breathe a long sigh of relief, but then suddenly the hissing sound started again. What frightened her even more was that the fragile hole in the tree had been struck and could break at any moment, and the woman's body, also with the knocking, cannot stop shaking. As the movement became louder and louder, she actually tumbled with the hole in the tree. In order not to get hurt, the woman could only hold her head tightly, silently waiting for death to come. I don't know how long it took, but all the commotion suddenly disappeared. The woman's tense nerves suddenly relaxed, and soon passed out. When she opened her eyes again, it was early the next morning. The woman crawled out of the hole in the tree with great difficulty. The surrounding area was a mess. Looking at the pieces of the tree hole all over the ground, she realized she couldn't just sit there and wait for death, so she gritted her teeth. Suddenly a bold idea came to her.